Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. We'll call it middle of the week. You still got the first half here being Wednesday. There's still 4 full days after today to make progress. I just want to talk a little bit about how much work it takes to do something like this really well. And I know as you guys would have gone through the interview process and we would have talked about hours and time and commitment and things like that. And you would have, a lot of the interview questions would have been around your ability to set goals, and then what we call tenacity, like get after them and push through different things. One of the hardest things though that that a lot of people will be challenged by is the fact that it's not like you've got class and you got to be there, right? Or it's not like you're checking into a position. No one's counting your hours. So a lot of people, and most that I would have talked to through the interview process, always talk about wanting the experience. The reason that they'd want to sign up for something like this and do this and do College Pro is to be successful, but also to get experience and see what it's really like to be in the driver's seat of a business. And I've been asked a few times, just like how many hours, right? And so when I say I wanted to talk a bit about that, because at this time of the year, when you're running a business, at the most important time of the year, how many days a week you work should be all of them. So there's no way around that in the short term. And what you're doing is you're giving your future self a bit of a gift. So those that have not been part of the business, there's market in July and August. You'll be working in July and August, but the market's smaller and people have had their windows cleaned. So at this point of the year, this time of the year, you can get the most out of the time that you're putting in. So, I mean, full time, it's like 40 hours a week is a non-negotiable right now, especially if you're not in your exams. You should be doing way more than that, but it might take every day. And when I say that, it doesn't mean you don't get a break. It doesn't mean it's 15-hour days, 7 days a week. But the more time you can put in now, one, is not optional. Two, you're giving yourself a gift in the future of some space, some accomplishment, and not having to, what people will be referring to as grinding out the back half of the summer. If you do that, you've just chosen to give yourself a challenge. What I would think about is not putting the time in right now would be choosing to get a worse mark on the midterm. All you're going to do is put all that pressure on your future self to crush the final. So get into it now. Get that good mark. Get the momentum going. Keep things moving right now. Next week, we'll talk about boot camp. But boot camp, we're going to look at how do you do a combined 10 grand between production and marketing. So if you produce 2 grand next week for customers, how do you book 8 grand? And that, again, 10 grand is 2 grand a day, Monday to Friday. So it might sound like a big number out of context. In context, in this business, that's kind of what you need to be doing right now in May and June to make sure that you have yourself in the position you want to be profitable and successful and make good money and have a great second half of the summer opposed to a painful one. So keep that in mind. How many hours? Should be full-time plus. How many days? It's probably going to be every day in some capacity as you go through what's going to be the most important time of the year. But just know we're all here with you. We're here. I'm 7+ days a week, so I'll call it plus. You can get a hold of me. Someone calls me on Saturday, they're gonna get a hold of me. Someone calls me on Sunday, they're gonna get a hold of me. Someone calls me at 8 p.m. tonight, you're gonna get a hold of me. So maybe not 8:30 because I have an interview scheduled. So I'm interviewing people. I'm working like that right now. It is the most mission critical time of the year. Take advantage of it. And congrats to those making progress right now. Mark Wonko leading the week here. Great job, man. Almost 10 grand booked. It's only Wednesday morning. So if that's not proof to everybody that it can be done, I don't know what else is. Have a great day, everybody. Talk soon.